Hello, in this video tutorial we're going to look at setting up a Hadoop cluster or hdInsight cluster on Windows Azure. hdInsight is a service which actually runs, it's based on Apache Hadoop. And it gives us a nice graphical user interface actually using or running a MapReduce scenario. Okay, before we start, we must, if you're coming to this for the first time, you must have a storage account. So you can see here on the left hand side that I have a storage account. Now this will be, as you can see here under all items, I've created a few things over the last year or so. But the like virtual machines, and when you create something, it automatically creates the storage account for you. You get one storage account with your academic account. However, if you haven't got one, if there's not one there, you can go in there and actually click new and go ahead and create a new data storage and do a quick create and actually do the create a storage account. Okay, you'll need a storage account before we actually set up the hdInsight. Okay, so I'm going to click on the hdInsight one here, and you can see there, if you have none running, it will ask you to create a hdInsight cluster. Alternatively, you can come down here and click new, come up here to data services, hdInsight. I can do a custom create or a quick create. I'm going to select quick create. The first thing I'm going to do here is give it a name. Okay, so I'll call this DAM kettle. Okay, and you can see when I get the green check up here, it's available. So it's damienkettle.azure.hdinsight.net will be the URL. Okay, for the size or the cluster size, you can see there I can take 1 node, 2 nodes, or 4 nodes. Okay, we'll take 2 nodes there, just it's a small cluster, and give it a password now. Okay, just making sure it likes the okay, so actually make sure you don't get a little red otherwise it doesn't like the password. And again, the storage account is asking me which storage account is on. Again, with the academic account, we only have one. So that's the one that's being created for me. And I'll just click Create hdInsight Cluster. Okay, you can see there, it's down at the bottom here, we can see Creating Cluster Dame and Kettle. Okay, that's grand. You can see there, status accepted. So leave this a couple of minutes and let it do its thing here for that. I'll just pause this while that's happening. Okay, you can see now that I have it up and running, and the cluster is up and running. If I click on the name here, it actually brings it in. I can bring in, you can see there, I'm on the dashboard now at the moment. And from the dashboard, again, I can see a few things. The cores, you can see how many cores I have running, the location, Western Europe, and stuff like that, the node count. Okay, you can see there remote desktop is enabled or disabled. We'll just enable that now in a second. Okay, again, I can go on monitor, and you can see there it will produce graphs again on exactly any tasks I've set, and we have configuration. Okay, so you can see there Hadoop services is running. Okay, so it's on at the moment. Username is admin. I'm just going to enable remote here as well, so I'll just click enable remote, and it's asking me to configure the remote desktop. Okay, so I'm going to use a username, and let me disable it. Let me use the same one. Okay. I'm using the same password. Okay, and again, the expires on. So how long do you want to keep the desktop running? Or sorry, the remote enable remote. Okay, with the academic accounts here, it allows 10 days. So I'm just going to click a week on this. So you can see here I just made it enabled. Okay, so again I just set my password there properly on that. Okay, I'm now going to, if you look at the bottom now, we see we have a new button here. We now have connect. Okay, I can go in and actually disable it there as well. So if I click on the connect one here, so yeah, wait till that comes white before you hit connect. So just click connect. Okay, and you can see here I get a little pop-up. I'm using Internet Explorer here. I get a little pop-up saying, do you want to save the again, you can see it's looking damienkettle.azure insight.net.rdp. Okay, I'm going to open this. So when I click open, okay, you can say connect here when this pops up. Okay, connect, and just say yes to this. Okay, and let it run. And you can see now that I'm just going to, okay, resize my remote desktop here so you can see it okay in the video. Here like that. Okay, so you get your remote desktop here, and you can see there it's asking you to log in. Okay, so I'm going to click on the user that was created, which I call Damien Kettle. Okay, click that in, and the password that I used in order to create the account. Okay, so I'll put that in. Okay, and just log in as you were logging into an ordinary Windows account. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, so you just put in the password there. This is typing and talking. Okay, we have to sort that out. Okay, okay, and when you log into the remote desktop, again, you can see here we're on the Windows server. I'm just going to resize it a little bit better. See it there. Okay, and move that down. So if you look at what we have here, okay, again, the normal Windows look and feel. If we look at the couple of the URLs it's given us here, let's just take a quick look at there. We have map reduce status, which brings up an ordinary Windows Explorer, that, and Hadoop status, node status here as well. So we can bring that up as well. Okay, so ask me later on that. Okay, so again, just look at this. Now again, you might have been looking at some stuff there in Apache or when you started looking at Hadoop, but again, that gives me the administration of that. Okay, upgrade my browser later. And if I look at the reduce status of the name node, okay, I can get more information there. Okay, come down here to the bottom of the screen. Okay, and we see a couple of buttons there. Okay, I just want you to, we'll just take each one in turn. Okay, so if we go down here, the server manager, come back to that. Sorry, I should have started that off as administrator and come back to that one. Okay, the one we want is the PowerShell, which is this second one here. Okay, so if I click that, okay, it opens up a PowerShell, and you can see again exactly where I am here. Okay, I can just do ls, the directories that are in that. Okay, now notice here I'm issuing Linux commands ls. I'm not issuing Windows commands like dir, but again we'll talk about that in class. Okay, so that's getting logged in and getting ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this one off, and we'll now log in the next video. We'll log in and manage an actual sample map reduce exercise. Okay, thank you for your attention.